What is going on, guys? Nice guy driver. It's a very quiet Saturday. I didn't really expect it to be this dead. But I want to talk about the what I call the rideshare war, where Uber and Lyft are like competing pretty aggressively as far as lowering the price for the customers. But I want to talk about the driver pay for a minute, seeing that they never want to talk about it. And this is just my area. Just my area. Not even all of Connecticut, I'm sure, is the same. This is just my specific area, which is pretty much like the greater Hartford area, towns around it, including New Britain, Bristol, Newington, Berlin, Turnpike. But what I'm seeing is, per ride, I'm seeing a slightly higher dollar amount on the Lyft side, which is surprising, because it used to be the other way around. I used to see per ride, and this is without all the bells and whistles, bonuses, surge, just regular pay per ride. It used to be Uber, it used to pay more. Now what I'm starting to see is it feels like, at least to me, like Lyft is paying slightly more. And when I say slightly more, it's usually only $1 or $2. And I'm just going on the miles and the distance. I'm not, I know they factor in a lot of other things like geographical area and all this other stuff. This is what pisses me off about rideshare, is there is no set rate, where taxi drivers, limousine drivers, even private companies have a set per mile per minute rate. And that's how it's supposed to be, because you can't even calculate accurately what these people are paying you. And because it's different for every driver, even for me, it's hard to figure out. I'm only going on per mile per minute. Like, for example, just yesterday, I got a ride on Uber, and I think it was the same person, because I had both apps on, also tried to book the ride on Lyft. So I could tell it was like the same person, same trip, same distance, but Lyft was paying $1 and some change more. Now that might not seem like a lot to you guys, but overall, in that day, I equally do both apps. Well, at least that day I did. And I made significantly more money on the Lyft side. And I just think that's just their price matching and war. But wouldn't that be a great thing if David Risher actually is trying to really fulfill his promise, which is to pay drivers more? Now, do I think they're both nickel and diamond the drivers to death? Yes, I really do. I think even David Risher, their goal is not necessarily focused on the driver, but it's a possibility they're paying $1, maybe $2, as much as $3 more, at least in my general vicinity. I'm not even gonna say all of Connecticut, because it really dramatically varies, even in my state, guys. It really does. Like, literally, you can go to Stanford, and the offers you'll get is totally different from the offers you'll get here. For example, Stanford, you might not even get any Lyft rides. I think it's predominantly Uber, from my experience. So I don't think if you're like trying to get a lot of Lyft, you're going to get it in that area. But say Hartford, you're going to equally get a balance. And I'm hoping this is true. I'm hoping that Lyft actually is trying to boost driver pay. Even a little minute amount, to me, is better than nothing at this point, because it's really slow out here lately. It went from super busy when school opened up to it's kind of, maybe the market's balancing out because it's not super busy anymore and it's not super slow like January slow right now. It gets busy. You do have your rush hours. That's usually when I don't go into the bigger cities during rush hour, but I hope I'm right, and I'm hoping that Lyft is at least making a small effort to increase driver pay. I'm praying that that's the case. Now, I only really investigated this one day. So today, once it gets a little bit busier, I'm going to test my theory, see if what I'm seeing is true, and report back to you guys. But I'm hoping that Lyft is making an effort, because Dan Richards, the CEO of Lyft, is in the news lately, and he's talking a big game. Like, he's talking like he's trying to do some changes to increase the experience on Lyft side, which is greatly needed, because out of the two apps, Lyft obviously was the worst. Mainly due to they don't have as much spending power as Uber. But lately, I'm starting to like some of the features on Lyft. I do like the location thing, where you can narrow down your location and only take trips in that area. It doesn't work on Saturday and Sundays, but because you won't get anything if you try to narrow down the location. But during the week, it really helps. And I don't want to take trips all over the state, and I want to narrow down my area. And Lyft offers that without being a bell and whistle. Like Uber, I think to get that feature, you have to hit a certain tier. And that shouldn't be the case, because we're independent contractors. We're supposed to have the abilities to all the features without all the bells and whistles, like hitting certain tiers and markers to make this money. But let me know your guys' opinion. Let me know what's going on in your area. Do you see a slight increase? And I mean ever so slight increase on the driver pay on the Lyft side. You know, it's a possibility it's only me seeing it. And then it a lot of people seem to think it really depends on the driver's tier what type of offers they're going to get. That's a possibility too. I don't even know what where I'm at on Lyft. But my rating on the Uber side, as far as I think I'm at like 40 something percent on my acceptance rate, so it's not that high at all, and it's been hovering around 40 something to 50%. I didn't check on Lyft, and that could be a factor. You guys let me know what you think. Hit me in the comments, and thank you guys for your continued support. And it's been a journey. I'm going to continue to post videos, whether I go 100% private or not. I'm going to continue to post and let you guys know where I'm at. And I'm down to being just part-time now. So I always was part-time, but I'm really part-time, meaning that I pretty much am narrowing it down to probably, I think I'm down to about 4 to 5 days a week at the most. And we're only talking like 6 hours in the day. You know, so 3 hours in the morning, 3 in the afternoon. And I'm probably going to get to the point where I narrow it down to just weekends. you know, because my online business sales have increased a little bit. Nothing significant, but it's increased a little bit. Hopefully that'll be an ongoing thing going into this winter. But again, let me know what your opinion is. Hit me in the comments. And again, thank you for your continued support. Click that bell icon, get me that thumbs up, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Thank you.